Hi guys, welcome to today's video. If you have a Hyundai Accent, this car happens to be a 2002, and you have popped a P0734 code, this video is going to be one you're going to want to stay tuned to and watch in its entirety. It has been very difficult to find very much complete information about this problem. But if you have a car like this one and you're getting stuck in third gear, it's not wanting to shift into overdrive, or it's doing that rough or slipping there, then chances are you're going to have this burnt up bearing. However, you do not have to throw your car away. You do not have to go spend $1,500 or $2,000 to put a brand new or rebuilt transmission in it. After a lot of research, and Jamie getting ready to do exactly that, buy a new transmission, it occurred to me that I bet since it was a problem in third gear and going into overdrive, you could probably replace just the part that had gone bad. And sure enough, you can. Thanks to Whatever It Takes Transmissions, we have bought our little replacement kit, and Jamie's here and he's going to show you how to take it apart and get it all put back together so you can get back on the road.
Hey everybody, absolutely, I hate to admit it, but the girl was right. She found the fix to the problem, so I have to eat crow, and forever this video will live on YouTube as a testament to women are smarter than men, every now and then. Okay, so the first thing that I did to give myself access is I took the hood off, or my friends in the UK, the bonnet, my lad. Because you see it right here in the back, I just take it off because when you start dealing with engine motor mounts and, you know, negotiating things around, the last thing you want to do is bump your head or worry about a hood falling. So basically, come a little closer, camera girl, and we're going to show you. What you want access to is right here. You want to the top of your transmission, and I've got a lot of things removed that don't necessarily need to be removed because I was getting ready to pull the transmission. But since it's all cut away and you can see it, it's actually better for you. So, you'll take away the tray that's here, and obviously the air intake and all, you know, this little stuff takes a 10-12 millimeter. You can kind of blow through that in about, I don't know, 15 minutes. And then you're going to find yourself sitting and looking at this. And what it is it's the motor mount. You see it sits right here. This one mounts on the side. And I'll just show you right here. They kind of go together. So what you do is this. On the inside of the fender, if you were on the outside, take the wheel off, jack it up, put it on a jack stand, and there's a little cover down there. They got 3 little round black things, or 4 little black things. Pop them off, and it'll give you access to the 12 millimeter bolts that are right here. Boom, zap them out, game over. Pretty much this is just locked in to right here. Then take this bolt out of the middle, right here, and it'll separate those two. Now, as it turns out, go ahead and pop off this as 17 millimeter. Pop these 3 bolts out right here too, because you're going to need the access to be able to get the end cover of this transmission off, which is ultimately our goal. Now, quick tip. If you do not do it this way, you're going to be aggravated over space. I went ahead and removed the other. Took me another 10 minutes, but as fate would have it, here it is. I took this motor mount off to give me access, because the car has 4 motor mounts. There's one on the center on both sides of the bottom and the 2 on the side. Well, if one of these 2 motor mounts are together, you can't really tilt the motor. But as you see right now, you just need the ability to move this engine. And as soon as you take that off, then your negotiations are right here. I've got a jack under it. Watch the engine. See how much it's going down or up? See how much manipulation you got? You just put a block of wood under the oil pan and put it between your floor jack. Tilt that bad boy out, and now you have full access to this right here. This is the cover. Now, you may hear little words about pulse generators. That's actually your, see it right here? vehicle speed sensor. Go ahead and take this out. It's a 10 millimeter. Pop it out so you don't have to worry with it. This sits under here like this, and the reason I'm up here doing this is because it's just a little easier to explain. When this thing's sitting in here, you don't have access to these little bolts right here, which is why you remove the motor mount. I used a 12 millimeter long handled wrench. Just did them by hand. Doesn't require hardly any torque. You can do it in about 5 minutes. And once the motor's able to be manipulated, tilt it down. And that's pretty much going to solve it on that. Now, that's how you get access to it. Now the question is what are you doing now that you have access to this engine hanging out of your car? Well, the overdrive hub, come on down here and take a look. You see that second bottom one? It has a hub that slips right over top of it. Doesn't require any tools. You just take your hand and pull it off. Now I'm getting ready to go show you all of that in its entirety. Okay, so let's pause and go to the next section. Alright, so I'm going to pretend that you've got the 734 code. You know you've got a problem with your overdrive and it's throwing the car into limp mode and you're just hands up in the air, don't know what to do. Step 1. Pull the pan. When I pulled my pan, this right here is what was in it. See all this garbage? You see all these little bearings? That's part of my thrust bearing. It's just, there's the magnet still sitting here with all this junk on it. Alright, so we know that we obviously had a mechanical failure inside the transmission. Now, I'm going to take these off right here real quick so you kind of get an idea. Well, there we go. There you go, it's compliant now. Okay, so when the car is sitting, when you take this stuff out, this is the end cover. If you notice, it has a bearing right here. You see that bearing? And if you look real close, it'll fit real snug to this right here. Alright, which is cool. You want that end bearing so there's no type of friction or anything like that. As long as it's spinning good, it's good. So you take this cover off, you're looking at this, you just simply pull this off, and then you'll see this little spline right here, which goes into this and also comes out of the drive hub, which is behind this. These two separate, and inside here you'll see your clutch packs. This particular car, if you can see them real good, the clutches look awesome. Matter of fact, they look brand new. I don't see any burning, scoring, nothing looks bad. I'm looking right here, this is like in perfect condition. So it looks like my overdrive hub is pretty much in perfect condition. So I'm going to slip this sucker right back into here. Alright. Which comes to the next problem. How do you fix what's happened? Oh yeah, here's another thing that's important. When I took this sucker off, it was just like this. This is what's left of this part right here. This is the only thing we had left. It was stuck right there. That's your cup. It was stuck right there, and I actually had to pull this off. Now, you can't really tell in the video, but this is definitely worn down, and I'll explain to you that in a second. Alright, so here's how you fix the problem. Well, the first thing I did was identify the transmission. As you see right here, I have Whatever It Takes catalog. And this is how you find out what transmission you have. See right here where it says Hyundai? Can you see that? And I have an Accent. It's a 2002 with a 1.6 liter. It's actually a Mitsubishi transmission. No surprise there. And it fits 2000 to 2011. All 1.6s. And some 1.5s. And here's the other transmission that you could possibly have, 95 through 01. But we're working on this second one right here. It says page 754. So I take a look over 754. And here's what my problem is. There's the overdrive hub, which I have in my hand. There's a shim. There's the thrust bearing. There's the spline we're talking about. And this right here is I've already taken it out of mine, but it'll come in your kit as well. You just take it out and put it in there. And of course, then there's your cup bearing, or your cup. This is how it works. With the short end of the spline, it's going to go into this. It goes into the overdrive hub, okay? The first thing you do, put some Vaseline on this shim. This is designed to take care of this problem. See where it wore it out? So they know it's already there, so they give you a shim. Shim goes there. Your thrust bearing with the needles facing up goes on top of it. When you go put your car, and you put Vaseline on all this so it sticks in place. Stick the long end of this barrel into the drive hub inside the car, put it in just like this. Take these ears, put it over top of the nut that's going to be on the nut that you're looking at that's holding in the drive hub. You just put it right over that, and the ideal is that these little guys, see how it just spins on it real nice? And allegedly the nut up here is going to hold it. So this is how you get your overdrive, and this is what blows out in the car. So that's all there is to it. Vaseline this up, Vaseline your bearing up, slide it all back together. Game over. Now, you're going to hear people talk about this little ring right here. Mine's actually in good condition, so I didn't worry with it, but there is a part order, and I think it costs $2 if you want to pry it out and put a new one in. I said whatever. Now, I cannot express enough. This is the most inexpensive fix you could ever dream of for a transmission, and they will charge you a fortune to fix this car if in fact you needed it. But this is the part. 42220LK. And it's whatever it takes transmissions. I'm going to go ahead and in my description I'm going to put the part number, and hopefully you've got this down. This goes over the drive nut. Bearings face up. The shim goes under it. Slide it. Your problem's fixed. Another question people have on the spline, you notice the damage that's on the spline? It doesn't really matter because that part doesn't actually grab anything. It's the part in front of it that does, which mine shows no wear at all. And back here that's holding your drive hub. So I would not even sweat this at all. And another thing, can you see inside of there? There's the bushing that we're talking about that you can pop in and out. Mine still has the groove in it, and it still fits on the out drive pretty tight, so I didn't worry with it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but some people say you just slide them out. Mine's not wanting to slide out, but it's still fairly new. What actually happened to this car is someone did it, and they did it backwards. So it destroyed itself again. So that's part of the reason I'm making the video, is I'm hoping that if any case that this should ever happen to you, and I know that people that buy Hyundais are really got a bunch of money to be thrown away, and you're probably just trying to get by or trying to make this car last another year or whatever the case is. And a Hyundai, take it to a priest or a preacher and get the bling blessed first, I guess. But, yeah, so I'm hoping this is going to help out. And cue in on this right here. 1-800-940-0197. This is the automatic transmission book. There's your part number. You can call these people and do it. They ship worldwide. You can't beat them. They're the best in the business. Alright guys. I gotta say, peace out, and listen man, I hope this stuff really helps you out. And are you guys out there that are watching this, you know how it is when the woman's right. So 2 thumbs up for the girl that was right today, because she just saved me $1,500, and I'm sure it really didn't save me $1,500, because now I'm going to have to go spend $3,000 on her probably over the next month buying back my pride. So anyway, appreciate Jen, excellent job on this. guys, anything I can do to help, that's what we're here for. Thanks a lot. And please get a chance, subscribe and like the video. Peace.